Hello and welcome to the ninth race of the Utica Home Track Series here at Daytona. It's going to be night racing, no restrictor plates, and it should be a great event. This event tends to be one of our most exciting events, so we'll have to see how that does tonight. 42 cars are here today to battle it out, 3 and 4 wide here at Daytona. Any driver with a rookie next with that little R is a rookie, obviously. And we have a couple of new rookies here today making their first ever starts. Like I said, 42 cars in the entry on the starting grid. We had many more that failed to qualify, and here they are right now. These drivers include Willie Decker, Jack Darby trying to make their first start, Michael Creed, Dion Scott, Esteves Cortez, Joseph Bryant, Dylan Young, Alex DeMarco, Joshua Michaels, Brendan Patterson, Ray Davis, Michael Aurelio, Nick Capps, Prudence Littlejohn, and Brian Benoit, who had a mechanical issue. Speaking of Benoit, Justin Benoit, car number 22, is on the pole, his first time in the Utica Home Track Series. And because draft is the big equalizer here, like you can see a lot of drivers that are mostly considered qualifier series cars running up here in the top rows. And Justin Benoit, very proud to be on the pole position for this race. He's got a couple other drivers that usually don't get that good of a qualifying run up there, like Billy Bishop, Matt Dool, and several others. Looking back through the field. Now here we go. Justin Benoit, car 22, the Benoit Motorsports team. His brother Tyler is also in the race. But going underneath, another part of a brother clan, that is Justin Capps, car number 48. Billy Bishop tries to make it 3 wide, but it does not work. Exciting racing already on the first lap, as car number 48, Justin Capps, will take the race lead in that Phillips Chevy. Now, Justin Capps had some great runs near the beginning of the year, but things have really started to drop off as Justin Capps has been sinking through the point standings. Brother Dom has still been consistent. But going underneath, there goes car number 83, the winner at Watkins Glen earlier this year, William Duncan. Now, the Sony Dodge is missing its teammate car. 84, Brendan Patterson, failed to qualify. But William Duncan leads his first lap here at Daytona. He made his debut here last year. We have our first caution on lap 3. Matt Evans is battling with Jerry Guerra. Jerry Guerra's going to come down into him. They slide, but things are going to keep safe until Matt Evans gets into Megan Curley, and Megan Curley goes up into the 61 of Kevin Ulrich. And chaos ensues as cars scramble to try and avoid that spinning number 20 from Gaztec Engineering Incorporated. There goes Megan Curley, car number 20. He makes contact with the 4 and goes straight up into Kevin Ulrich, and that is a shame for both of those cars so early to get into a wreck. Also, looks like, I think John Sadino gets a little bit of damage. Brandon Bain, Maria Camiso, and I think Samantha Yankee has some damage. We'll have to see where she got that from. She didn't make any contact over there. Let's see. She was running at the very tail end of the pack, makes some contact with Andreas Allen, car number 08, gets some damage to the hood, makes contact again, but is going to avoid the bulk of this wreck as she dives underneath Megan Curley. Samantha Yankee, one of the original drivers in the Utica Home Track Series. As we drive down here, now I'm hearing a screeching sound, and we see some dust here. Up in the wall is Kevin Ulrich and Ray Tacula. I see smoke. Oh, there's Jerry Guerra, and there's brother David Yankee. What happened to them? Let's see. Jerry Guerra avoids the wreck, but they are racing to the caution line now. David Yankee, in that patriotic scheme like many drivers have this week, is just going to try and dive under the apron. It's going to get into the 78 of Jerry Guerra, and both of them are going to go wrecking. That was not a smart move by David Yankee. I don't know what he was thinking there, trying to pass in the grass on the apron. Only Dale Earnhardt can do the pass in the grass. Then, oh, it's going to make contact. Oh! Hard impact from the pace car to Jerry Guerra. And John Sadino's going to get a piece of that as well. A lot of drivers have trouble with the pace car. No cars go out, but a lot of cars are minorly damaged. We had pit stops under caution. A couple drivers capitalized. Coming back to green flag racing on lap 7. Zach Saturday, car number 12, one of our several drivers that are making their first start, is currently running 5th. He's running for that new startup team, Phoenix, Indiana Motorsports. His teammate Thomas Green's in the race, but Jack Darby failed to qualify. Now Zach Saturday running the Menards Ford Having a great day at the moment as he battles with some of the veteran drivers and a couple of rookies up there. Justin Benoit, car number 22, has the race lead, but he wouldn't keep it for long as Andrew Robinson, car number 43, one of the Robinson brothers, is going to take it on the inside and that petty blue number 43. Now, this car paint scheme has a history of success in NASCAR. This year, not so much. It's had a couple of good runs, but a lot of hardship for the 43 machine. He's hoping for a good run today to try and build up those points. He's trying to get close to being locked in, and he's within 5 drivers out of it. Bob Sadino, car number 04, takes the race lead in that red and black Batman Chevy. Now, this is a very slick race car they brought out to the track this week, and it's been having a great run throughout all the practice sessions and qualifying. Bob Sadino is on a winless streak. He has not won since Osterreichring back in 2011. Bob Cortez, number 86X, his first time at the track. His son Esteves Cortez failed to qualify, but Bob Cortez has been having a very consistent couple of weeks as he's locked in and several positions away from the 35th place spot. If he can keep up the good runs, he might be able to be a championship threat later in the year. He just needs to make sure he keeps that number 86 Starcraft Dodge consistent. But as you can see, a line of cars passing him underneath, and that is led by Neil Evans, car number 55. He won the race last week in Mosport and is our newest addition to the All-Star event. So a lot of drivers today are going to be going for that All-Star event because there's a lot of drivers here that can easily get their first win. This is a track that allows for that kind of first-time success. Neil Evans, though getting his first-time success last week, he's looking for 2 in a row to try and make sure he gets the championship points. We take a look for our 4th fast lap. We are riding with Thomas Green, car number 95, the Indianapolis Colts and Pacers Ford. Now, this track, look at the banking on it. It's not as high as Talladega, but it's still pretty extensive. And you see him battling through the pack. Now we're on the long back stretch, and you can see the sun's starting to set, and we're starting to get into full nighttime. Now Thomas Green running modestly well, running about 20th, but he still has a long way to go if he wants to work his way to the front. We head back into the tri-oval. The draft is going to play heavily here today. We'll have to see who can capitalize on it across the line. And we look at the number 77 of Jeff Evans. Now, where did he come from? He's currently leading the race at the moment. Jeff Evans did not even come to the track last week. He damaged his car so badly at Laguna Seca, he didn't have anything prepared for the Mosport event, so he had to sit that round out. But he's here today, and look at this, he is leading. Death Knight Racing has yet to get a victory, as Jeff Evans and his former drivers of Megan Curley, Matt Corio, and Ryan Cook all failed to win a race. Chris Aurelio, car number 27. A champion, the Utica Rallycross Series. Currently nothing in the Utica Home Track Series. Look at this, he makes it 3 wide for 3rd place, and now he's going to make it 3 wide for the lead as he battles with Kenna Blaise and Jeff Evans, and look at that move. Chris Aurelio, car number 27, is going to take the race lead. What a spectacular pass by the Google Nexus Chevy. This is the kind of run that Chris Aurelio needs to make sure he can get that funding to keep the team running full schedule. As you can see his teammate Jonathan Benton's number 92 running just 2 spots behind. But going underneath, driving the Cinco de Mayo scheme he ran at Mosport, it is Julian Kenna Blaise Jr. Just a week after Cinco de Mayo. He's still celebrating, and he's hoping that he can celebrate it in Victory Lane. As he brings that number 45 car to the lead, he's looking for his first victory. He's been so close but so far away in the past, he's hoping that he can do it today. Bob Sadino and Julian Kenna Blaise Jr. trade the lead 2 more times, but Jonathan Benton's car number 92 would go to the front. Car number 92 making its first start in the Utica Home Track Series. This is the 3rd Aurelio Autosport ride. Originally Benton was going to run in place of Michael Aurelio, but Aurelio wanted to attempt this race himself, so they opened the 3rd ride for Benton's. Benton should be in the number 93 car next at Sierra unless they give him another race, which at the current moment this 92 car is having a great run, so I wouldn't be surprised if the sponsor decides to stick with him. He's currently running close to the front, but coming to the inside, there comes Jeff Evans, car number 77, once again, as the lead changes for one of, I assume, is going to be many times throughout the day. Andrew Robinson, car number 43, is going to put William Duncan ahead of the 77 car, but the 43 car wants to lead for himself, doesn't want Duncan leading that lap. So Andrew Robinson going to dive below and take the lead once again for the Robinson racing car. His teammate Zachary Robinson not doing as well. William Duncan, car number 83, would go back to the race lead, but Jeff Evans would take it the lap afterward. And after that, Zach Saturday would take the lead, but he would not be able to cross the line as Chris Aurelio would pass him with a little help from teammate Jonathan Benton. So Zach Saturday still has not won. Well, sorry, has not led a lap yet. He keeps being blocked by all these veterans as Chris Aurelio crosses the line. Spotlight, Jamie Murphy, car number 28, the points leader. She sits in 5th place at the moment. She had a great qualifying run, this number 28, main and tail Ford. And she's hoping to take her first career win today. It's surprising, the defending champion and points leader does not have a race victory. It's similar to a Brian Valentine scenario, only Brian Valentine has now won many races, though at the current moment, not the leader of the championship. Justin Benoit, car number 22. While several lead changes happened between Kenneth Blaise, Aurelio, and Evans, the pole sitter was running in 33rd. Justin Benoit pitted early, and this really sucked him back to the pack. He's been having a hard time making his way up through the field throughout the day. He's running back there with Matt Evans and Eris Schock, car number 33. But the race is still young, he still has a shot. Julian Kenneth Blaise Jr. takes the lead back, but as you can see, the pack is noticeably bigger as a lot of drivers are starting to catch up, like Alex Tanker and Thomas Green. I see Ray Takita there, despite being involved in that first caution of the day. So these drivers may have a shot at the race lead if they can pass some of these drivers that have been hogging up the top 6 spots for most of the day. Jonathan Benton's car number 92. He's looking for the pass on the 45 machine. Can he do it? He dives underneath. I think he's got the momentum, as he and Kenneth Blaise are slightly ahead of the rest of them. But here comes Jeff Evans and Andrew Robinson in a drafting line. Jeff Evans would take the lead on the next lap, but not before Andrew Robinson would get a chance, pushing Jonathan Benton past the 77 car and taking the lead for himself. There is Zach Saturday, car number 12. He's yet to lead so far. Now let's take a look back further in the pack. This is Vladimir Petrov, the Russian Rocket. This is his first speedway start, so this is the first time he's been on an oval, and it's not going particularly well. He's running pretty far back in the field, about 30th. However, this is his first time on the speedway. This is some great learning experience for him. He will be replacing Alex Allen throughout the remainder of the schedule, as the Allen Motorsports team is more impressed with Petrov's driving abilities, as Alex Allen only made one race, and that was at Bristol, the race he was locked into. There goes car number 12, Zach Saturday, with a little help from Jonathan Benton, is going to lead his first laps in the Utica Home Track Series. Car number 12, the Ford, having a great first outing today, that Menards Ford. And he's battling with some really tough competitors out there. Some drivers that have been here more than once. Zach Saturday working this 12 car, I believe from what I've talked to the team owner, this car is going to run a limited schedule. I think he might reconsider, seeing as how well the 12 car is running today. They might send him on the full bill. Pit stops would occur on lap 42, and Jamie Murphy would take the lead briefly, but we would have yet another caution, our second one of the day, on lap 42. Vladimir Petrov, he's coming up quick on these cars pitting. Matt Evans pulls back out onto the racetrack. He's going to collide with Maria Camiso. Oh, hard contact with Eris Schock. Trek Togger speeds through it. Ooh! Megan Curley going to plow into the back of Brandon Bain. Some heavy contact between those two. Let's take a look at another angle. This is Megan Curley, car number 20, the Pepsi Dodge. She's doing hard contact with Brandon Bain. And oh! Matt Duell is going to make heavy contact with Bob Cortez. Man, a lot of damage on the front straightaway. Now we're going to take a look at the pit road cam, and you'll just see the cars smashing by. There's Alex Tanker. Bob Sedano gets spun. There's Maria Camiso. Both the Guerras and Justin Benoit are going to get damaged. And you see cars strung about on the racing surface. Let's go on board with car number 86, Bob Cortez. Let's see what he saw. He just driving along normally, gets plowed into the back. Ooh, hard contact from Eris Schock. This is going to come down the track. Thinks he's safe here on the apron, but no, Matt Dool's going to send that car going airborne. And this rough wreck is going to knock out 4 drivers. Megan Curley, Bob Cortez, Shock, and Matt Dool. If you look at it one more time from Shock's perspective, all 3 of them are going to have shortened races as they only made it to the halfway point before pulling out of the race. As you see Shock in that Patriot number 33 limping. She's going to maybe add a couple more to that murder list. Andrew Robinson would cycle out the leader on pit road coming to the restart. Now Andrew Robinson's been having a great run today and is one of the best. Now Andrew Robinson's an underrated driver, as though he's not locked in, he's had a lot of trouble with qualifying. When he does make a race, he tends to do well. His worst performance was at Megville, when he had 2 hard crashes in that one dangerous turn. But other than that, he's been pretty solid with top 10 at Watkins Glen. I believe he did well at either Laguna Seca or Mossport. Mossport, I believe, the event he made. So Andrew Robinson having a great day, running consistently in the top 10. But look, there's a challenge underneath by the 12 of Zach Saturday. He's got a little help from Jonathan Benton. Those 2 have been working together well all day. And Zach Saturday is going to go to the lead, and the lead changes begin. Jonathan Benton would take the lead. But pulling to the inside, there's car number 08 of Andreas Allen. Where did he come from? He started in 38th place. But Andreas Allen, just showing that anything's possible, he's worked his way all the way to the front. And he's got a little help from Julian Kennebleth Jr. in that number 45. And there's the lap car of Brandon Bain. He's coming back on track. He's currently listed 5 laps off the pace. He merges with traffic. Let's take... Almost gets into the 72 car of John Cedillo, and this is going to slow up the entire pack. And you see cars diving to the apron to avoid making contact with each other. Andreas Allen, car number 08, takes the lead going to the line, but not before we would have our 3rd caution of the race on lap 48. Now we have this huge pack of cars. We have Vladimir Petrov, David Yankee, and Ray Takula. Car number 13X, they collide, they go down, and oh my god! Horrible wreck in the 3rd turn. Cars going over. Neil Evans. There's Trek Tugger went for a violent barrel roll. Seth Cole. There's Nicholas Guerra in the 6 involved. Heavy contact. Jeffrey Finguy was involved. Let's take a look at him in the wreck here. You just see they're just driving along normally, and bam! 3 cars come from the infield. Horrible wreck. Look at that flip from Trek Tugger. Neil Evans gets up into the catch fencing, and it looks like Seth Cole's also going to send that car over. As Jeffrey Finguy limps that 62 car around the racetrack. Let's go on board with Trek Tugger, car number 60. This is going to be a violent ride. You see, he's just driving normally in the pack. No fault on these drivers' part, because they were just victims in this. I say more of the blame would be placed on either Petrov or Yankee. We'll have to take a look at that. You see, look at this. Hard impact for all these drivers. But surprisingly, Tugger keeps that car rolling. He keeps it on track. Neil Evans, car number 55, is going to get sent right up into the catch fencing. And that's going to be pretty painful. And that catch fence tag was sent under a red flag condition to repair that broken catch fencing. If you take a look at Seth Cole's on board, he was running about in the same area, running in the middle line. He's going to get collided with. Now, you didn't think this would be too bad until he gets flipped by the 55 of Neil Evans. Here we'll go on another angle. Here's David Yankee. Looks like Vladimir Petrov. I think Petrov came down on the 07 car, and it's going to cause this huge wreck. Petrov, not a very good move by him. You can see all this carnage that was caused during this huge... Let's take a look at one more angle while the field is under red flag condition. Now look at how far they just got sent down the racetrack from that contact, and just nowhere to go by these drivers. A lot of cars damaged, but surprisingly, no cars go out of the race. We went back, green flag racing, and the 55 car had to have a driver replacement. Michael Aurelio stepped in this heavily taped up number 55, as Neil Evans had the wind knocked out of him. He couldn't really step back into the race car. Michael Aurelio, a veteran on the circuit, failed to qualify for this race. First time in the number 55 machine. And he's currently running a little off pace, holding up this pack of cars as he tries to get this 55 car to the finish line. He gets turned around by his own driver, Jonathan Benton. And that car slides down to the apron. He saves it on Trek. Oh, Nicholas Guerra makes contact. And we have a caution on the racetrack. Trek Togger, Maria Camiso, Seth Cole, David Young. Oh, I see Nicholas Guerra. Car number 6 is barrel rolling violently down the racetrack. Tumbling and rolling. And that puts us under our 4th caution of the day, lap 53. Okay, let's see what happened here exactly. This is looking at Nicholas Guerra. The 55 car just came right up in front of the 6, and oh, this is going to cause some heavy contact. Oh man, the 6 car goes rolling. And he's going to land on his roof. Let's go on board with the 6, see what he saw during the violent tumble. Second big one in a row for several of these drivers. Rick Miso is the 3rd one in a row. And looking on board here, he gets battered about, and we lose the camera there. Just sliding on his roof, barrel rolling in every way, shape, and form. And at long last, comes on its roof and stops. Rick Miso, like we said, this is the 3rd big one she's been in a row. It's going to make contact with the 6 car, get pummeled by the 52 of Seth Cole. Then it's going to get hit by Michael Aurelio, replacing Neil Evans. Good job by Jeffrey Finguy to avoid this, but David Yankee and Trek Togger not as lucky. Julian Kennebleth Jr. was the leader, coming back to green as he took the lead away from Andreas Allen. Kennebleth having a great day, and he's hoping to take the win here today. I believe if he was to win today, he'd be the first international driver to win a Utica Home Track Series race. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so far every race in Utica Home Track Series has been won by an American. We take a look back at Justin Benoit, and this car has really improved throughout the race. He currently sits 12th on the grid, but this pack is being sent further back because Brandon Bain and Michael Aurelio are pretty slow. I'm surprised they haven't been tagged for going too slow on track. But we had our 5th caution, lap 58. Colin Bartel makes contact with Samantha Yankee. Kevin Ulrich and Justin Capps are going to get involved. Bartel comes up the track. Jonathan Benton, who's been leading all day, gets involved. Billy Bishop. Jeffrey Finguy. Thomas Green slides down to the apron. Tyler Benoit's also going to get a little bit of contact from this. Let's take a look at another angle. Ankle. But Samantha Yankee is going to get turned. Goes up the track. He's going to collect a lot of the drivers. Jonathan Benton was just a victim in this, and he's going to get involved. Great job by Finguy again, slowing down and being able to avoid it. Tyler Benoit's going to get a mild amount of damage. Coming to the line, though, was a battle, and Andreas Allen was the winner, so he got to lead some laps under caution, which was very helpful to his cause. John Ciadino, car number 72. When we went back green flag racing, we have to point out the great move by this car. He started 42nd. He's currently running in 9th position. So great job by John Ciadino to work his way from the back. He's in a draft line with Alex Tanker, Dom Capps, and himself, Jerry Guerra, 78 car, helping out a little bit with that. Julian Kennebleth Jr. retakes the lead in car number 45, just showing the power that JFI machine has, the only JFI machine that's doing well. But Andrew Robinson takes that number 43 car and passes him with a little help from, is that Brian Valentine, car number 66? Where did he come from? He had not been near the front all day. But Julian Kennebleth Jr. takes it again, followed by Andreas Allen taking it. And then, look at that, Andrew Robinson retakes the lead. And Brian Valentine just missed out on it. Julian Kennebleth Jr. took the lead once again, and Andrew Robinson would go underneath for the lead. But with a little help from Chris Aurelio, there goes Brian Valentine, car number 66, battling with him. Look at all these lead changes. I believe this might be a record for the Utica Home Track Series. As coming to the line, Brian Valentine, car number 66, leads for the first time today. He is the defending winner of this race. He won it last year, 2012, and it was also an unexpected win because he came from the back of the pack to take the win. Now, Valentine said at the beginning of this year they are outlandishly confident that they're going to win the championship, so we'll have to see if that is true, as he leads the field around at Daytona. And I think he has a good shot. He's running up near the top of the points. He's been pretty consistent I think the Battlefield Cycle Works car may be a challenge for Jamie Murphy. Now we have a draft line between John Cedeno, Zach Faraday, Justin Benoit, the lap car, Kevin Ulrich, and Dom Capps. Now these drivers are trying to work their way back up to the front. Though Ulrich is not really looking for it. He's one lap down. He's hoping that he can get by the race leaders and a caution will come out. So I have to see with only a few laps to go. Oh, we got an issue. Tyler Benoit, with only 9 laps to go, a header's going to go on the engine, and that car number 3, he's going to have to pull out of the race. It's the same problem that his father had in the qualifier race. So this has probably got Justin Benoit scared because he gets engines out of the same shop. And 2 engine failures have befallen the Benoit family. So it is a shame for Tyler Benoit. Having a decent night, go sour. But now, only 8 laps to go. Chris Aurelio is in the lead. He has yet to win in the Utica Home Track Series. Only his brother has won, and that was at Monza last year. Now, Chris Aurelio is a champion in another series. That is the Utica Rallycross Series. He won the championship after winning one race at Hong Kong. But he has not been successful in the stock cars. He's yet to win. And he does have some decent finishes under his belt, and one of them might be tonight. But going underneath is car number 04 of Bob Cedeno, the Batman machine, as they battle down the straightaway. Chris Aurelio tries to defend the spot. He's got a little help from Julian Kennebleth Jr., but it's not enough. As underneath, the drafting partners of Bob Cedeno and Andrew Robinson are going to be successful. It is 4 Chevys and 2 Dodges up near the front. And one of those Chevys is Bob Cedeno, who's in the lead. Now he is in a 28-race slump. We have to see if the 04 car can get himself back in the victory lane. But Andrew Robinson, car number 43, is going to retake the lead. The STP Chevy, driving the Petty Blue colors. Now, Richard Petty was successful at this track, as we mentioned earlier. Andrew Robinson hopes to carry on that tradition and be successful here as well. But Bob Cedeno battling toward the inside. He's got help from the 08 of Andres Allen. It looks like the other 3 seem to have lost the draft slightly. They're going to have to reorganize and get themselves back up there. But Bob Cedeno goes underneath. He's got a good amount of speed going in, a lot of momentum. It looks like Andres Allen helping the 43 car is not helping. The inside line is the better line. And it looks like Bob Cedeno is going to take the 04 car and put it back into the race lead. He's going to lead the lap. Now, this is the 3rd time he's led today, and it's amazing to see that the person who has led the most laps today has a lap led of about 9. So we have to, a lot of lead changes, possibly a record for this series. Bob Cedeno up near the front. There is a slow car coming up on them. That is Brandon Bain, car number 21, who was damaged earlier. And this slowness has caused a wreck. So will there be a wreck up here near the front? Bain almost squeezes the 04 car down to the apron, but is shut up to the outside line, where he's holding up Brian Valentine and Chris Aurelio. Bob Cedeno keeping the lead on the inside. Great move by Bob Cedeno, slowing down to not collide with the 21 machine, and that's going to really kill Brian Valentine and the 27 of Chris Aurelio. Both of them have really good cars today. We'll have to see if they can maybe catch up. But there we go. I believe there's an attempt for 3 wide, but Andres Allen aborts it. Andrew Robinson, car number 43, back to the inside. This is the big battle on the track here. These two have been going back and forth for the past couple laps, while Andreas Allen and Julian Kennebleth Jr. sit idly by. Bob Cedeno is going to lose it and head back to 4th. But here near the front, we have Andrew Robinson, Andreas Allen, Julian Kennebleth Jr. Who led that lap? It was Andreas Allen, car number 08. This car started near the back, and he's worked his way to the front. He is yet to win. None of these drivers in the top 4 have won a race yet. The only driver that was up near the front that has won a race in the past. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to mention Bob Cedeno won races. Sorry, the top 3 have not won races at all. Bob Cedeno won 3, but it's been a while since he's won his 3. Andres Allen sent to the outside. Andrew Robinson goes for the pass on the inside. Julian Kennebleth Jr. trying for it as well, but he does not have the drafting help. He'll have enough to get by the 04 machine. As Andrew Robinson back in the lead for his 8th time today on lap 78 of 80. 2 laps to go. Brian Valentine starting to catch up. The 66 car has been great in the final run, and he's currently tracking faster than the leaders, despite being on his own. So the 66 car, if he can catch up in time, he may have something for these guys. But Andrew Robinson, car number 43, winning this race will really help him in points. I'm not sure if it will lock him in just yet, but he'll be ever so close. As Julian Kenneblez Jr., the number 45, attempts on the inside. Can he make it? No, the 43 car is going to shut the gap. Kenneblez trying to be the first international driver to win here today. He's the only one that fits the bill. As Vladimir Petrov has fallen back, and I don't believe I'm not certain if there's any Canadian drivers in the field. I don't think there is, though. I believe Chris Kyle was Canadian, but he has dropped out of the series. But anyway, Andrew Robinson to the outside. It looks like Julian Kenneblez Jr. is going to make the pick work, and he goes in. Look at Brian Valentine, he's up there. Car number 66, the Battlefield Cycle Works Dodge, is up there. As Julian Kenneblez Jr. on the final lap, he's in the lead, but look at that car over there. That's Michael Aurelio, car number 55, replacing Neil Evans. He's slow. That car is being held together with duct tape and pure gumption, but that car has been slow on tracks. How will this affect the leaders as they come up on the 55 car? Julian Kenneblez Jr. is going to get held up. And look at that, on the inside, car number 08, Andreas Allen, is going to pass 4 cars. Have you seen some other drivers catching up, like Zach Saturday and Justin Benoit? But here we go, in the lead, making the pass on the back straightaway going into turn 3. Andreas Allen wins his first career Utica Home Track Series of race, coming back from 38th position. And this will give him a guaranteed spot in the All-Star event. Great job by Andreas Allen getting the first team for Allen Motorsports. A great effort by the GameStop Dodge. And good effort to the rest of the drivers that were up there near the front. They put on a great show here in the later stages. Now let's take a look at the final race results. Andreas Allen is your winner, followed by Julian Kenneblez Jr., who, with Rookie of the Race and leading the most laps, technically gets more points than Andreas Allen. Then there's Bob Cedino and Drew Robinson, Zach Saturday, Brian Valentine, Justin Benoit, Chris Aurelio, William Duncan, and Alex Tanker running out the top 10. The other Tanker car did good in 11th. Then Evans, Cedino, Takita, Cedino, Caps, Arcuri, Guerra, Yankee, and Zachary Robinson rounding out that top 20. Then there's Trek Togger, Thomas Green has debuted, Jamie Murphy, Colin Bartel, David Yankee, Justin Caps, Jeff Evans, Billy Bishop, Jonathan Benton is going to get sent pretty far back due to that wreck, and Seth Cole, your top 30. Finn Guy, Petrov, and Camiso were the last cars in the lead lap. Ulrich was a lap down, Evans was 2 laps down, Guerra was 3, Bain 5, and then Benoit, Duel, Shock, Cortez, and Curley all sadly could not finish today's event. Now, let's take a look at the top 35 in points. Brian Valentine has overtaken Jamie Murphy by 1 point. And Jamie Murphy's had that lead for a while, so he's going to have to improve next week. Then there's William Duncan, Colin Bartel, Bob Cedino, Andreas Allen moving up to 6th. Dom Caps in 7th. Russell Curry moving down to 8th. Brad McMahon in 9th. And Tyler Benoit down to 10th. Then there's Finn Guy, Cedino, Evans, Caps, Guerra, Curley, Yankee, Evans, Bain, and John Cedino in 20th, moving up a good amount in the points. Then there's Julian Kenneblez Jr., Zachary Robinson, Kevin Ulrich, Maria Camiso, Trek Togger, Samantha Yankee, Eric Shock, Ray Takita, Bob Cortez, and Chris Aurelio is going to gain a lot of points off it. Then there's Seth Cole, who's really plummeted in the point standings, being 10th a couple races ago. Austin Ogo, who is not here this week. Jeff Evans, Billy Bishop, and then Brian Brote rounding out the top 35. He's not going to be back until probably Martinsville. Then here are the drivers that are not locked in on points. We have Robinson, Tanker, DeMarco, Young, Michaels, LeMayo, Petrov, Dunlap, Bryant, Benoit, Cortez, Patterson, Guerra, Duel, and Brian Benoit, your top 50. Then there's Nick Cap, Zach Saturday with a great debut. He's going to get a lot of points out of this. Willie Decker, Michael Aurelio, Connor Atwood, Dylan Ogo, Jake Smith, Alex Allen, Thomas Green, and Ray Davis, your top 60. Davis is being replaced by Inman J next week. Then there's Robert DeFrank, Jonathan Bettens, Shelby LeGray, Joe Martin, Dylan White, and Chris Kyle rounding out all the drivers who have scored points in the Utica Home Track Series thus far. Now let's take a look at the top 10 and Rookie of the Year points. William Duncan's in the lead with quite a few points over Dom Caps. Then there's Colin Bartel, Nicholas Guerra, Dustin Katz rounds out that top 5. Then there's Zachary Robinson, Kevin Ulrich, Julian Kennebus Jr., Ray Takia, and Bob Cortez, your top 10. There's more on the list, but we only include the top 10 here. Thank you for watching this exciting race here at Daytona. Next week at Sonoma will probably be just as exciting. I hope you stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.